squads.
No, I think it's something to do with my mind. I'm trying to figure it out.
Have you got fancy power going to it or something?
I think so. I could try turning it off.
Yeah, try turning it off.
What's your prediction
Still there, I think. Not as bad, but it's still there.
Metro.
Power, so yeah, that'll absolutely.
For For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At ServiceFM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need ServiceFM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Hello, good evening and welcome to TK Shutter Reserve. And to the RA NPL South Australia, this is Garner country, stretching from Gawler Eagles in the north to Seaford Rangers in the south. And we meet midway tonight at the home of North Eastern MetroStars Soccer Club. We acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which we meet. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and we acknowledge their spiritual connection to country, as important today as it always has been. MetroStars, by virtue of a higher place finish on the ladder, earn a home game here tonight against Croydon that snuck into 6th place ahead of Adelaide United by 1 point. The home side are favourites, but don't write off the visitors just yet. They are, after all, the current South Australian champions, and many discarded them last year when they were at their most potent. This is an elimination final between the two clubs. You heard correctly, folks. Elimination. The loser of tonight's Clash of the Leviathans will go home, pack up their 2026 RA NPL season in a wee brown bag. They'll stick it in a shelf in a cupboard in a room under the stairs, and they'll lock the door for all perpetuity. It's the 5th meeting of these two teams in just 12 months. Croydon won the grand final clash, of course, 344 days ago on the 12th of September 2025, and they then won the round 2 Federation Cup game early this year. But MetroStars subsequently won both home and away league fixtures between these two in 2026. The most recent of those games being just last weekend. I'm David Grant. I always have been and I always will be, and I'm your lead commentator for tonight's match, and I'll be taking you through the next 90 minutes of football, possibly stretching to 120 minutes, and who knows, maybe even settlement by penalty kicks from 12 yards distant. We'll be finished by midnight, but a winner must be decreed tonight. Now, a game of this tectonic colossus and consequence deserves far greater than I alone can offer, and I'm therefore accompanied in commentary by a man of fine principles and good nature, Mr. Simon Jimenez. Simon, how are you this evening?
I'm going well. Tectonic colossus, I'm not sure if I'm up to the job to cover that, but I'm certainly looking forward to this one. I was here last week when these two teams met. It was an entertaining one, but to be honest, in the change rooms after the game, everyone was sort of looking forward to this week. It feels like a genuine rivalry. You mentioned it with MetroStars have got the better of Croydon during the NPL season, but in the big games it's been all Croydon. Of course, the grand final earlier this year, it was Croydon that knocked MetroStars out of the cup, and I've even gone back to 2024 is what I was trying to say.
Good. No, how many years is that?
I don't know, I'm not that good at maths, but yeah, so going back a couple of years, it was interesting that there was 2 games less than a week apart, one in which MetroStars got the win over Croydon, but then Croydon knocked them out of the cup that year. So, you know, the MetroStars guys said in the change room last week, they said they've got the edge of us on us in big games, and they're going into this with attitude. So you said MetroStars maybe the favourites. I'm not so convinced in a game like this. I think it's going to be very close, very difficult to predict.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned there, recent form, maybe league form, kind of goes out the window a little bit when it comes to a match like this. You know, a one-off sort of cup final, if you like. It's not a cup final, it's an elimination game, but it is a game that means that the loser is out. Teams are now in the tunnel there. I'll just quickly take you through the lineups. But actually, before I start that, there will be a minute's silence before this game kicks off. I might not be able to get through the lineups in time for that, and that minute's silence is for Joe Catalano's father, team manager for Croydon, who recently passed away. So there will be a minute's silence for that, and that will come up just in a moment. We'll just pause for now while the teams come out and line up in front of the main stand here at TK Shutter. There we go. 1 minute silence observed to pause in memory of Joe Catalano, his father, Joe Catalano, Croydon team manager, who passed away recently. And with that, I'll take you through the starting lineups. We'll start with MetroStars, the home side. Number 1, Cody Ostreich. Number 2, Samuel Vizzi. Number 3, Noah Blazeka. Number 5 is Lachlan Barr. Number 6, Jackson Fortunato. Number 7, their captain, Hamish Gow. Number 8, Christian Sotira. Number 9, Andre Carl. Number 21, Arby Mollis. 25 is Michael Cittadini. 77, Donati Niankuru. And on the bench for MetroStars, Noah McNamara, Jesse Francesca, Binyam Kabedi, Thomas Visser, Aidan Williams, Scott Nagel, and Vincent Barbaro. Croydon line up as follows. Their starting 11 is number 1, Daniel Margouche. Number 5, their captain, Luke Klimek. Number 7, Passia John. Number 8, Adam Martinello. Number 11, Oscar Slattery. Number 14, Ned Stiles. 15 is James Pawley. 17, Yuya Kato. 18, Oliver Trimboli. 22, Paul Napor. And 23, Freddie Miller. And on the bench they have Cameron O'Doherty, Angus Baker, Thomas Mastrantoni, Max Allen, Luca Trimboli, Alexander Good, and their goalkeeper Matthew Voiti. Referee tonight is Regis Quefalek, and he's assisted by Thomas Tenby, Zach Bitton, and we have the luxury of a fourth official, Christian Verdicchio, who now makes his way over to the near side under the scoreboard. These two, of course, did meet, well, they've actually met twice in the league, but they've met 3 times. They played in round 2 of the Australian Federation Cup. Croydon won that one. Anthony Rapalano scored a goal for MetroStars, but it wasn't enough to overcome Croydon, who scored through Yuya Kato, Passia John, and Adam Martinello. And of course, twice in the league, but MetroStars did the business in both games in the league. In round 11, a 3-2 win for MetroStars at Croydon. And in round 22, which was just last week, you covered it, Simon, a 2-0 win for MetroStars in that one. Fortunato and Gow, the goal scorers for MetroStars. And referee Regis Quefalek about to get us underway. Croydon wearing the white tops, red shorts and white socks, shooting to the goal on your left, and MetroStars in their red, black and red, shooting to the goal at your right. MetroStars with the ball now. Here's Fortunato at right back. Croydon pressed high already, Simon.
Yeah, it was interesting one to watch last week. You mentioned the scoreline 2-0, but it didn't feel like a game that MetroStars dominated. Obviously, the second goal was a pen. One that Jackson Fortunato ended up putting it to the back of the net. It was after a little bit of a spill, but
it was Andre Carl just moving the ball up the left-hand side. Busy with it now. Goes back inside, up to the back to Hamish Gow. Gow retreats, if you like, to Blazeka, and MetroStars have it.
Yeah, just to finish that thought, it was a relatively close affair, so I think it really is going to be anyone's one key matchup. It was interesting during the first half last week, Andre Carl and Paul Napor. Watch for those two. I had a bit of a chat to Andre Carl last week, and he enjoyed playing with his against his former teammate, and he predicted that might even be a little bit more entertaining tonight.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, Andre Carl's not the only player out there who played for Croydon who has played for MetroStars. Thomas Visser, of course, on the bench tonight. That's the one change for the team. And Jesse Francesca, who's actually not available tonight either. But Andre Carl is one of 3 who have played for MetroStars. Here's Niankuru now. Makes his real forward. Nice little pass there. He was trying to find Carl, but Napor read it well and clears the danger. Michael Cittadini now. Here's Lachlan Barr. Sotira comes near to meet. He turns Napor like he wasn't there. And he's away down the middle. Feeds it out to the left. Vizzy. It's a very deep cross. They'll keep it in though. Cittadini will receive this. Niankuru. Back to Cittadini. Donati Niankuru playing his 100th senior game tonight. Not all of them for MetroStars, it has to be said.
It's interesting that he came on for Visser this week. I did think Visser had probably the best game we've seen him play in a little while last week. He was back on the right-hand side, which he played on the left mostly this season. So to see him back on the right, I feel like it is his favourite side. But Niankuru came on late, made a bit of a difference, and it looks like he's been given the confidence. It's interesting to see as well, just Metro have changed the way their formation. They've got the three at the back as they had for the last couple of weeks, and it just looks like they're sort of adjusting to that live a little bit. Like at the moment, getting ready for the corner, you see Chittazini and Sam Vizzi, the two wing backs, sort of covering that ground in the middle of the pitch as well, sending a little bit of height in, maybe with the exception of Johnny Niankuru, who's front and centre there. He isn't the most gifted in the height department.
Anyway, it is a corner for the home side. Go with it, left-footed, into the 6-yard box. It's flicked on. It's missed by all and sundry, but Lachlan Barrow loose out there from poor. The play is halted and brought back. There's a knock to a Croydon player who's going down the deck.
Might be the captain, Lucas Klimek, possibly.
I think you may be right. He's the only one who's not standing that I can see out of shot. Yes, Donati Niankuru has played 24 games for MetroStars, but this is his 100th at senior level. The other milestone tonight will be Scott Nagle. If he does come on, will be making his 400th senior appearance. He's played 111 games for MetroStars, and the rest of the clubs, West Orange, Bacala, Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets, are the teams that he's played for up until this point. Margush clears though. Rajeka's underneath that, gets his head to it, didn't even have to jump. Here's Niankuru, flicks forward. Andre Carl's off in a sprint, but James Pauly will pick this one up now for Croydon. He looks up on his left. Seemed a little indecisive and ended up playing a ball right forward into Fortunato. He's giving it back to Cato. Cato's ball is met and crossed in low. Good stop though by Cody Ostride. MetroStars come away. It's a great long ball by Michael Chittadini for Satir to chase, but Margush is out there. Slash right, Klimek. Passia John has it now. Klimek. Trimboli comes short to pick it up. His intended pass to Passia John didn't make its target. Blajeka has it. Here's Abby Wallace now dropping deep for MetroStars. You can see Croydon's press. They've got 4 or 5 players up there. And the end result of that is that they've got a hole in the midfield, and Donati Niankuru is intending to take advantage of that. Freddie Miller sends Donati Niankuru unceremoniously to the turf.
Well, I told you it was going to be a competitive one, and maybe that's our first little glimpse of just how this game's going to go. I made the point before that Visser came out for Niankuru, and I thought Visser had a decent game, but we've already seen that impact of the pace of Niankuru. In that instance, Muller was forced to be a little bit more rash to take him down. That's going to be an interesting one to just watch play out throughout the next 80 minutes or so.
Free kick for MetroStars. Gow takes it, launches long, too long, goes out. Margush will take the goal kick to get us back underway. Blajeka comes up to meet that, gets his head to it, lands awkwardly, but he's back up on his feet now. Here's Hamish Gow, a little chip forward. Donati Niankuru's onto this, on his left. Can't get the shot, a great piece of defending there by Klimek. And it's won the goal kick as well.
I believe it may have been Muller that came back to track with him there. So again, I just think that's going to be a really interesting one to watch play out tonight.
Down the line it goes from Trimboli. Cato chases, still has it, little trip maybe, and free kick given. Free kick for Croydon on that far side.
Looks like it's going to be 3 MetroStars players in the wall, Satira, Mollis and Gow.
Ned Styles over it, as well as Clinic. Looks like Clinic will take it, swing it out. Made a liar of me. Styles takes it, chips it to the back post, passes Johns under it. As is Oscar Slattery. Polly puts it back into the middle, but it's cleared by Barr. There's Freddie Miller now. He goes back to Daniel Margouche, his goalkeeper. Andre Carl now on the left-hand side. Inside to Satira. Tries to turn his opponent, Cato. Doesn't succeed. Cato has it. Martinello exchanging passes there. There's Clinic. They try to work it down the right-hand side. Nice play there, but it has broken down. There's Jackson Fortunato now. Fortunato. He's back to his goalkeeper, Cody Ostrike, and he goes long. Too long all the way through to his opponent at the other end, Daniel Margouche. Fortunato gets his head to that, finds Barr. Muller. Oh, takes a risk there, trying to beat Donati Niankuru. He hasn't done it. Kuri's through. He's not made Margouche, and he's put MetroStars 1-0 up. A fine finish from the man who's playing his 100th senior game tonight, Donati Niankuru. And that is his 10th goal of the season. He's got 5 in the league. Sorry, 5 in the league. 4 total, none in the cup. My apologies. That's his 6th for the season, Simon.
And how's his impact in the first 10 minutes? Eventually rewarded with a goal. It did look like a couple of times when he's had those duels with Freddie Muller that he was going to get the better. You can certainly see why they backed him going into the starting lineup for this one. Being a hugely experienced keeper in Daniel Margouche. And now it's Croydon that are going to be chasing.
Reset. My apologies there for getting my stats wrong. It's not like me, Simon, but that wasn't Donati Niankuru's 11th goal season. It was his 6th. He's got 5 in the league, and he now has 1 in finals. Niankuru wins that one. There's a big appeal from MetroStars. Wins the free kick.
He's a player that plays with confidence, so when he's got the wind out his back is when he's sort of been able to be really creative. And so now that he's got that goal already at this early point, it might become the Donnie Niankuru show, which I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
No, he started in a sparkling way, hasn't he?
He has. He's been a huge pickup for MetroStars. Obviously, he came across for the Australian Championship campaign last year.
Busy makes his way down the left, tries to get the cross in. It's well blocked by Klimek, who clears at the second attempt. Here's Passia John now, down the right-hand side for Croydon. His pass was behind Oscar Slattery, who's backtracked and picked it up, finds Polly to Cato. Now it's Ned Styles. Now Freddie Miller. You were talking about Donati Niankuru there, Simon. Please continue.
I was. He, as I was saying, came across from Adelaide Croatia Raiders to MetroStars for the Australian Championship. He did spend some time playing with the Central Coast Mariners youth setup as well.
Trimboli cuts that back to Cato. Cato at the edge of the box. Plays out wide to this near side. It's picked up by Slattery. Oh, slight misunderstanding. The ball goes harmlessly through to Ostrike.
The game's just kicked up again, hasn't it?
It has indeed. I'm glad Donati Niankuru scored early for us neutral observers.
Hey!
Donati, me and Curie now underneath this one. Beats Muller. Tries to beat Polly. Goes across the face. Here's Satir now. Picks it up. He's 30 odd yards out. Finds Carl. Receives it back. Croydon break it down. Styles loses under his own feet. Cittadini. Overlapping run by Carl. Blocked by James Polly, who's back well to defend there.
Just made me think, as we saw Andre Carl have that involvement there, just flash back to the end of last year when he was the player that broke MetroStars' heart late when he got in the end of that cross from Passia John, and now he's facing his former side and got a chance to knock them out of the title race and end their dreams of making it back-to-back.
Yeah, it's a funny position to be in, isn't it? Gow will take this corner. Goes right into the 6-yard box. Magoosh gets a palm to it. Carl has put that over one net and actually over two nets. It just clears the boundary at the back as well. And that 2025 grand final win was Croydon's only victory in this tie in the last 10 meetings. That Yuya Kato goal and Andre Carl goal back in the 12th of September, overcoming Cameron Woodfin, who'd scored an equaliser with about a minute to go. And then, of course, Carl with that famous finish to make it 2-1 for Croydon, give them the championship title. MetroStars won the round 10 game that year. Cameron Woodfin scoring a goal in the 1-0 win over Croydon at Croydon. And in round 21 of 2025, a 4-0 win for MetroStars. Owen Windsor, Joel Porter and Lachlan Zappler with 3 goal scores in that. Windsor getting a brace. Croydon not scoring at all. Here's Cato now. Pass is very heavy to Klimek, he can't control it. As you mentioned before, just 3 at the back for MetroStars, but Tremboli's picked this one up. He's robbed Blazeka, he's made his way forward, tries to make the pass to his outside to Passia John. Blazeka's back on the ground to defend. Cato, clever to the far side. Slattery. And that one's over. Goal kick for MetroStars.
We're just talking about former teammates with Andre Carl, but just looking at that one, there's another couple of former teammates in Oliver Tremboli against Noah Blazeka there, so there's some history between quite a few players facing off against each other today.
Oh, Passia John nudged to the ground.
Good to see the flags out behind the attacking goal as well. Finals time seems to be the time that we get the extra away support.
Long poles to be carried in the car. Would they have carried them on the roof of the car or something? Or did they held them at the window or something?
It's funny that's your main concern, but regardless, they've got you.
It's curious. Unless they're retractable. Here comes a free kick. Polly with it. Left foot, back post. Bars up there, he heads. Albie Wallace comes out. Not fouled though by Yuya Kato. Look at Klimek. Pops up on the left hand side. Now it's crossed into the middle. Slattery. Come back out. Styles. Muller tries to find Polly. Neon Curie's there. Goes to ground. No foul given. Just 2 players bumping into each other. Much appeals down at the deck. On the benches, but to be honest, I don't think there was a foul in that, if I'm honest.
I initially thought it might have been a bit of a shot to the ribs, but given Neon Curie's reaction, I think it might have been to the nether regions, unfortunately for him. I did hear of a yelp, which checked out with that sort of impact.
A yelp or a squeal?
Look, it happened to me once playing indoor, and my friends recorded it as there was a yelp that turned into laughter because I thought how funny it must have been for everyone watching.
I'm thinking I would probably squeal, but Fortunato takes the throw in, excuse me. Lachlan Barr goes back to his goalkeeper, Corey Ostrike. The Queenslander clears. There's Michael Cittadini. Oh, lovely piece of play by him under Oscar Slattery. Zari Mollis. Back to Jackson Fortunato, and he goes back to his goalkeeper. Corey Ostrike signed a couple of years ago from Lions FC, the Brisbane team. They had a decent couple of cup results, didn't they? The Australia Cup. Here's a long ball. Here's the Nati Niankuru. Can't bring it down though, but he still has it. He's got Cittadini in support. Cittadini tries the shot. Polly blocks it. And eventually clears. All looks a little bit panicked at the back for Croydon. Niankuru now on the right hand side. Back to Gao. Left foot into the middle. Met by Muller. Now it's Cato. Ball gets there ahead of Trimboli. Trimboli's judged to foul them. Free kick for MetroStars just inside Croydon's half.
We're seeing a real intensity about MetroStars, which, to be honest, I think maybe in previous years in these big cup games has maybe been something that we haven't seen as much of. And when I look back to last year's performance throughout the RAA NPLSA season, they dominated. Obviously, they finished off the league early and come back to that.
There's a long ball down. Satira. Oh, what a stop by Daniel Margouche from Christian Satira. One-handed. He leapt like a salmon to get that one, didn't he?
Yeah, what a shot, absolutely. He sort of had to skip and then get a second bout of airtime to get the total there, and ended up making Daniel Margouche work, but spectacular if that would have found itself in the back of the net.
I think you're right, Sam. I think that goal, since that goal went in, this game's just lifted.
I'll finish my earlier thought that I was saying, I thought at the end of 2025 there was maybe a little bit of, I mean, we know MetroStars like to dominate games from start to finish. I thought maybe in instances like the grand final there was maybe just not the amount of fight that they needed to show during that knockout fixture, but it seems to be in stark contrast to what we're seeing at the moment. Just the level of intensity is really entertaining to watch, and to your point, especially since that first goal. I mean, they've got a lot of experience, especially on some of those younger players for Croydon, so, you know, why not just really ramp up the intensity and just make those guys feel the pressure.
Nati Niankuru sprints down the right. He's having a field day. Gets his cross in low into the middle. It's met by Bapora, who clears. As you mentioned, Nati Niankuru's goal is the difference between the two sides here as we hit the 20th minute mark. That goal coming in the 10th minute. Of course, Nati Niankuru came on last week. He wasn't even in the starting 11. And he's having a field day today. Here's Hamish Gow's resultant corner kick into the 6-yard box again. That's where they're concentrating them. Satira gets back quickly, finds Vizzy. He takes Oliver Trimboli out in a wild goose chase on that far side. Plays it back inside now to Satira. There's Michael Cittadini. Edge of the box. Lachlan Barr stops it. No one can get it under control though from Croydon. And then Muller does what maybe lacked a little bit of an imagination, but was certainly very effective and clears it almost into Clemson car park.
It was interesting to see Lockie Barr all the way up there, almost in a number 9 position, and Nob Blazeka was the last one back. So we mentioned the change in formation, but it looks like it's also giving a little bit more freedom for these players to rotate for Metro as well. You wouldn't usually see a centre-back the likes of Lockie Barr attacking inside the 18-yard box.
Here's Passia John trying the spectacular. He did that once this season at a game you were at from memory.
I was there, the goal from halfway at pitch 1 ServiceFM against Adelaide United. So he doesn't mind striking from distance.
Our apologies for a little bit of audio quality issues. We'll try and fix that in due course as Croydon come forward. Now it's Luke Klimek now in that far side. Plays it inside to Yuya Cato. Cato has it again. Passia John now. Makes his way to the byline. Gets the cross in low, but no power behind it, and it's picked up by Barr. Barr finds Satira. Now Bournemouth. Andrew Carl gets in front of him and then Does a little back heel, kicks the ball away, and Bulmer pushes. What?
I told you they'd be a duo to watch tonight.
Absolutely. Molas. Now it's Andre Carl. He's dropped very deep. He's got Donati in the Curio off in a sprint, and he looked up and thought about it, but Paul and Muller were back to cover that. So the option was off. Here's Oliver Trimboli. Passes inside. Finds Adam Martinello. Martinello goes to ground. Molas pleads his innocence, and the referee, Regis Quiflex, says, no such thing in this case. You're guilty, and it'll be a free kick for Croydon.
Me and Kuru with a bit of juggling practice. I did catch Cody Osterreich doing it that at one quiet point of the game last week. This might be a little bit of a trend we're noticing for Metro. Wallace has to be careful here.
I think as soon as he heard the referee calling him over, his demeanour seemed to change. I think the referee Regis Quiflex quite happy to let a few of these early ones go, and that's good refereeing, and keeps the game flowing. And I think Albert Moss, to be honest, was the only MetroStars player who was complaining about that. But it is a free kick for Croydon. Adam Martinello over it. Dead straight on goal and too far out for a shot, so he puts it to the far side. Clinic gets his header back across, looking for Trimboli. Up goes Lachlan Bart. Wins it with the head, and now it'll be cleared by Samuel Vizzy. Now Albie Mollis. Throw in on that far side in front of the main stand here at TK Shutter. Decent little crowd in tonight for this elimination final. This RAA men's NPL finals game.
Yeah, not a bad crowd. There's been a few conflicting fixtures this afternoon. We had a triple header in the end at ServiceFM Stadium.
A bit of interaction between the two benches there. It's maybe a head knock there for Jackson Fortunato, who's on the ground, but I'm going to tell you something, Simon. No skills, no worries, no time to train, no need. Five-a-side soccer has a smaller field, smaller goals, quick 20-minute halves, and an unlimited subs, should I say. So it's great for all fitness levels. Perfect for friends, family and kids. Fast, fun football for everyone. So spend your summer nights under lights. Proudly powered by 5AA. Always Adelaide. Registrations are open at www.footballsa.com.au football-5.
You had me at no skills, no worries. I'm down.
I knew that would appeal to a man like you. No, five-a-sides in the summer at Jeps Cross. It's I've actually partaken myself in the past. It's a good way to spend your summer. Keep your fitness up in the off-season. So, go to Football South Australia's website and have a look at the Football 5's registration and details all on the website there.
Yeah, we've already started brainstorming team names as well, so looking forward to spending those summer nights under lights.
I'm not going to ask you for the team names just yet. They might not be.
I can't say it on air.
Might not be broadcastable. Yeah, I suspect that with you. At the start, I described you as a man with fine principles as well.
That was never true.
Back underway here at TK Shutter. Ned Styles pops that one forward. Oscar Slattery gives chase. Jackson Fortunato heads it out. And it's a throw for Croydon FC.
Cam Woodfin even got a touch as that went over the fence there. We saw on the Metro socials this week that he now announced his retirement. So I think he's going to have some involvement with the coaching staff, which is exciting for a man of his experience.
Absolutely. Made his debut in 2022, so he's had 4 seasons here. In his player form, he said his debut was against Campbelltown, but when I looked up the 2022 season, the first game of the year that he appears in was against Olympic, so right, that remains a mystery.
May have caught him in a lie.
Yes. Or I'm not reading it correctly. But yeah, no, a bit of an end of an era to see Cameron Woodfin retiring, obviously. He was a great player to watch and, you know, very affable gentleman. So, a bit of a shame, but I guess the one thing that's certain is you can't play forever. Laporte plays that one forward. That's a great pass there. He's found Oscar Slasher on the left-hand side. He makes his way towards the box, puts it into the middle, but the pass is wayward and it's picked up by Hamish Gow. He finds Donati Niankuru, who tries to beat Ned Styles. And I think that was a foul there. Free kick for MetroStars just inside Croydon's half. Fortunato now across the bar. Back to Cody Ostreich. Now Chittadini on the right hand side. Has Niankuru in support. Plays him. Niankuru goes inside, still has the ball. Twists, turns on his left. What a strike by Donati Niankuru! He gets his second of the night, his 7th of the season. And that's a fine finish, and MetroStars are 2-0 to the good.
What a night that he's had a start to, Donnie Niankuru. I was thinking just in the lead-up, he's just playing with so much confidence at the moment. When he's given a lot of space, and also on the build-up, having him and Michael Chittadini on the same side, that's a really scary combination, allowing Niankuru to cut in on the inside, not having to bring it out from such a wide angle. What a combination, and we know his finishing quality is just second to none. Standout first half out for Donnie Niankuru, and he's just proving a real headache for Croydon so far.
That goal coming in the 29th minute. MetroStars very comfortable now with their play. This isn't an insurmountable lead, and Croydon are specialists at these one-off games, these sort of cup final matches, these elimination matches, so can't write them off.
I wasn't going to bring this up on the broadcast, but something Donnie Niankuru said to me in the change rooms after last week. He said that he likes when the commentator says his name the loudest.
That's not right.
So he doesn't mind the spotlight. And I wasn't going to say that on air, but I think it's probably an appropriate time to say that, given he's got the brace already and he's just putting on a masterclass at this point.
A little slip there by Oscar Slattery. The ball goes out. But yep, Donati Niankuru, Don Niankuru as they call him, on a hat-trick. We've only played half an hour. Chip forward by Fortunato. Carl comes short to meet it, flicks it on, but only finds Clinic. Now it's Freddie Muller. James Pauly on his left. Down the wing he goes. He can't get his pass right, and it's gone out in the full. Some pressure there by Albie Mollis to, well, put the kibosh on that left back's clearance. And it's a throw in for MetroStars. Carl tries to flick that on, ends up putting it up in the air. James Pauly goes down the line with his throw, finds Oscar Trimboli. Oliver Trimboli, excuse me. Now Chittadini. Croydon determined not to let MetroStars out of this little corner and not out of their half.
You're just playing with so much confidence at the moment, though.
Martinello finds Passia John. He tries to find Oliver Trimboli. Can't. Here's the man of the match so far, Donati Niankuru, but his pass goes out. Chittadini can't get to it in time, and Croydon have the throw. Down the line that throw goes. Fortunato gets his head to it, despite the attentions of Oscar Slattery. Now ball Maport. Plays it back to his goalkeeper Daniel Margouche, and receives it back. James Polly under pressure, but he clears. Ned Stiles. Got an interesting little statistic for you, Simon. Croydon have scored 22 of their 45 league goals, so that's almost half in the last 15 minutes of a half, which is where we are now, of course, the last 15 minutes of the first half. And MetroStars have conceded 11 of their 23 goals in the last 15 minutes of a half. So we are in a point now in the match where Croydon, statistically, and MetroStars statistically, can score and concede.
I'm going to share an interesting stat for you in a moment, but I might let this play out first.
No need, ball on the pause there.
I can speak from experience. One particular game, that ended up being 5-5 at West Adelaide, where Croydon reduced a 4-1 deficit at half-time and ended up drawing 5-5. So you talk about scoring late in halves. They certainly did on that particular occasion. So MetroStars surely can't be complacent.
And here's Andre Carl now. Finds Hamish Gow. Gow took his eye off it for a moment there and it wheeled behind him, but he finds Vizzy on the left-hand side. Molas. Fortunato. Cody Ostreich now. Molas. Satira flicks it on. He was looking for Neon Kuru, but Muller got there first. He's chipped it forward. It goes all the way through to Cody Ostreich. Now Lachlan Barr. MetroStars look like they just want to take the pace out of this game just for a few minutes. Croydon had some momentum there for a moment. MetroStars now just content to hold on to the ball, play it around the back and maybe just kill that momentum that the visitors had. And there's Freddie Muller now. He could have gone back to his goalkeeper there, but maybe felt a little bit unsure. Is that a sign of maybe being a little bit unsure of himself and he decides to clear rather than go back to his goalkeeper?
I think it's a combination of that and the fact that Donny Niankuru is approaching over his right shoulder. I think he's one eye on him isn't quite enough. I think he's got two on him at the moment.
What a pass that is by Niankuru down to the byline. Chittadini crosses in the middle. Lapore gets his head to it but just succeeds in putting it up in the air. He's bouncing around like a ping pong ball, but eventually it comes out. Here's Jackson Fortunato now for the home side. Lapore clears, goes long, but Lachlan Barr's going to win a header there every day of the week. Cassia John, he's been quiet, hasn't he, Simon? Cassia John on that far side.
Yeah, not a huge amount of involvement. I have seen in games where he struggles to get involved. One I can think back to was when Croydon hosted Adelaide United at home, and Adelaide United were all over them in the first half. They dropped Cassia John back and switched him onto the left-hand side to assist a little bit. And given that's where Donny Niankuru seems to be causing a little bit of bother, I wonder if that's something that they might consider for the second half.
And here's Oscar Slattery. Cato, nice play. Ned Stiles now. Has Klimek in a run there, but decided not to use him. He went back to ball Mapore. Now Mapore finds Muller. Stiles. Back to Muller, and then across the back. Mapore along the deck. Here's Yuya Cato, former West Adelaide player, comes deep to meet it. And now Croydon are content just to play a little bit of possession football, just hold on to it. And maybe do unto MetroStars as was being done unto them, just kill the momentum. But a long ball like that won't help. If that is the case, and that goes all the way through to Cody Ostrike in goal.
Just in that instance, as Polly had the ball, Cato was calling for it, and Cato just seemed to indicate a little bit of frustration that he didn't get the ball and rather Polly tracked back. So I wonder if Croydon are maybe just being a little bit more tentative at the moment, given the lead that MetroStars have, and even just the amount of difficulty they seem to be having with Donini and Kuru as well. So that's just the other thing they've got to think. It's knockout football, and they've got no choice but to reduce this deficit if they want to stay in this campaign.
Into the 39th minute on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. It is 2-0. 2 goals from Donati and Niankuru, one in the 10th minute and one in the 29th minute. And that's the difference between the two sides right now. And Samuel Vizzi now. And the left back makes his way forward. A little chip over the top. The target was Mollis, who eventually gets it, but Satira now picks it up. He chips it over to the danger man of the night. Here's Donati Niankuru, the menace. Into the box he goes. On his right. Can't get the cross in. It's blocked by James Pawley. MetroStars have a corner.
A couple too many touches in that instance. Michael Cittadini was cutting on the inside. I think if he had his time over, he might have liked to release that to him, because he had a bit of room in front of him to have a shot, I think. But I was just chuckling a moment ago because there was a little bit of a instance where it sounded like Harvey Mollis called something out, and it seemed like the Croydon bench immediately reacted. They wanted to see a little bit of disciplined reaction. So if you heard me chuckle a moment ago, that was when I was trying to eavesdrop on that.
I didn't pick up on that. Here is the corner though for the home side. Gow again with it. He goes deep this time. He's varied it, but Lajeka's at the back. Passia John picks up the loose ball. Has no support up the wing, so waits for a moment before releasing. Now he's picked up Oliver Trimboli. That's a great ball by Trimboli over to this near side. Here's Oscar Slattery. I can't get there. Jackson Fortunato does. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Now it's Gow. Now Fortunato. Gow again. Another chip over the top. The two strikers and Andre Carl and Donati Niankuru just turned their backs for a minute and run the opposite way. Misread the pass, I think. Styles goes onto him, but Styles is strong. Still has it. Gow gives him a little nudge off the ball as he releases the pass, but Styles has got it out. Finds Slattery. Slattery into the box on his left. Has Trimboli in the middle. Goes to the back post. No takers from Croydon.
Yeah, that one was just begging for someone to put a toe to it, and Oliver Trimboli was the nearest one to it, but it goes all the way across the other side, and looks like it will be a throw-in. Looks like it's going to be Noah Lajeka to claim it. One thing I've been just watching is that back three of MetroStars. We mentioned it's only been a few weeks that they've reshuffled things at the back, and they've technically got 5 with the 2 wing-backs at either side in Cittadini and it's Vizzi on the other side, but they're still stretching those back 3 centre-backs really, really wide at times. So I always thought that was something that they did really well when they've got the 2. They still spread them quite wide, and with 3, they're really just maximising the width at the moment.
Here's Michael Cittadini. He's not using any width at all. He's going straight down the middle. Into the box, left-footed shot. Good defending by James Pawley to nullify the effort. And Daniel Margouche picks that one up.
Yeah, Niankuru was just on that offside line. I think he was sort of drifting off at times, so perhaps why Cittadini decided not to take that option.
Muller. Styles. Satira's there quick. Now Satira's off again. We won't get there here ahead of James Pawley, who goes up the line. Going for Croydon. James Pawley with it, right in front of the camera here. Right on the halfway line. And he goes down the line. It gets through to Oscar Slatty, but it goes out. Another throw in for Croydon.
Just to add to that observation about Metro, how they're lining up at the back, when they are out of possession, it does look like it's still the forward. Fortunato's just slipping onto the right and giving Chittadini a little bit of freedom as Vizzy just drifts back and joins that line on the far side. Allows Chittadini in moments like this just to apply a little bit of pressure.
Cross goes in. Picks up by Cody Ostreich. He plays on, he's cleared it, he's looked for Andrew Carl. Look at that for a pass from Cody Ostreich. If Carl scores from here, Ostreich's got an assist. Donati Niankuri's made his way into the box. Still Andrew Carl gets the sweep across. And in the end, it was neither a shot nor really an accurate cross that's gone out, but they do have a corner.
Maybe a little bit wasteful in the end because Carl looked like he had a fair bit of space to work there. He held up play. Meanwhile, Donnie Niankuru was trying to break a land speed record to charge it the box, but they do get a corner out of it.
.44 minutes gone, just 1 minute left of regulation time here at TK Shutter Reserve. Comes the corner, Mollis with it, near post. Satira picks it up, has Gow, doesn't use him. Ball ends up on the far side with Arby Mollis again. Good defending by Klimek, although Mollis now has a little bit of space. Didn't want to fancy the cross with his left, I don't think. Klimek has it. Cato back to Klimek. Chittadini picks up the loose ball. The visit goes all the way back to Blajeka, and Blajeka uses his goalkeeper. Into injury time now. Jackson Fortunato now with the throw in, just inside his own half, goes up the line. Niankuru beats one. Can't beat the second one in James Pauly though, and the ball goes out quite harmlessly. Croydon haven't won here at TK Shutter Reserve in their last 4 visits. The last win at this ground was way back on the 6th of March 2022. Dion Kirk scored 2 goals for Croydon in that game. Alessio Malisi with 1 for MetroStars. So it's been a long time since the visitors have had a win at this ground. There's a chip forward here. Carl gives chase, but Freddie Muller's there. Carl still has it though. Carl's done well here. Ball's still in play. Muller eventually clears with his left. Finds Cato. It's fast and physical out there, isn't it, Simon? Here's Satira. Chittadini goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, and he can't be far away from the half-time interval now.
Yeah, you're right, at being fast and physical, and it's interesting watching Christian Satira work in the middle of the pitch as well. He's just showing so much desperation in trying to win the ball back and just trying to move into spaces where he can make an impact going forward. It seems like he's just done so much work off the ball, just providing to be a real handful for Metro. But when they do come forward, they're just so difficult to deal with. You've got Donnie Niankuru just being a real pest, causing a fair bit of distraction, especially as that half goes on and they're just more and more wary of him. But there's still so many players that can threaten a bit more centrally on the pitch. You know, give Hamish Gow a loose ball at the end of the 18-yard box and absolutely rock it off his left foot. But now I guess Croydon have to respond in the second half.
Well, that's it. The referee, Regis Crifflick, has blown his whistle for the half-time interval. We'll have a 15-minute break. I would ask you for a wee summary, Simon, but first of all, I've got to tell you, a reminder that applications are open for Football SA's Variety Football Scholarship Programme, delivered in partnership with Variety SA. Round 1 applications close on the 30th of September 2026. To learn more or to apply, visit the Football South Australia website. That's the Football SA Variety Football Scholarship Programme. Your thoughts on that first half, Simon?
Just a really exciting watch. We predicted the start it was going to be really intense, but it was Metro that got their nose in front, and I think they're just showing a little bit more desperation, just that extra bit of effort, and they've been rewarded with those two that they found already, and Croydon are just in that position now where they're chasing it. So I think they just have to be a lot more assertive in this second half. It's going to be difficult to reduce that and I guess win control of the game back. So the task is ahead of them. How do they respond?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's not all over. It is just a 2-goal advantage. I mean, I think it would be difficult if they were going in 3-0 down, but, 2-0 is one of those leads they call it a day.
First touches, first goals, first big moments. This is where football comes back to being football. Fast, technical, unpredictable, and always fun. Football Fives is built for players who still love the game, but play it their way. More touches, more movement, more moments that actually matter. Whether you're fitness, chasing wins, or just chasing that feeling of playing again, this is where your game fits. Different divisions, different levels, one shared love of football. Football Fives, football that works around life, not the other way around.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
I just want to make an impact.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You could walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's going to be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At ServiceFM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need ServiceFM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Hits it, and what a hit it is, and that makes it 4-1. Ivanic unleashes with his left. but he took a sandwich. He's through on goal, he's struck it to the far side. An Olympic have broken the deadlock. Minstone Park, ready through. Satira's there, he's got a first chance at it, blocked, second chance at it. Great stop there by Oxenham, it's broken to Molas. And that's a fine goal to open the scoring for Arnie Molas. Now, just outside the box, faces Van der Hout, he's onto his left, swings a shot in. Oh, that's a cracker! Hassia John scores a banger.
Got an injury on the weekend? Our walk-in sports injury clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays to support you. Located ground floor, Calvary Adelaide Hospital, Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic is keeping you moving.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, you know, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And there's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like, you know, making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. You know, I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've gotten the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, you know, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. Definitely it can be a rewarding career.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
We are unbelievably proud to announce today a partnership with Variety, the children's charity, which will result in a scholarship fund for children within the state who are in need of help to participate in the game. The total amount of the fund is going to be $100,000, which is a significant amount, but it's going to support young children access football in the state.
One of the many trademarks that Variety has really is about inclusion and joy and community. And this scholarship partnership speaks to all of that. It allows children to be involved. It allows children from a community program to be involved across all communities. And above all, will provide them with a great sense of joy.
There'll be 3 tiers of scholarships. One of those is a participation scholarship up to $2,000. There will be 2 grants provided for pathway program players up to $5,000. And tier 3 will be an inclusion scholarship between $500 and $1,000 to support young kids under the age of 18 whose families need support to access the game. We think it's a really important project that we've been working on for a period of time. Variety are an amazing charity. They provide so much support to the local community. The partnership's been made, you know, with Variety and Football South Australia contributing equally to the fund to the tune of a total amount of $100,000. We think it's an exciting development for the game in the state, and it's with great pride that we announce that today.
This is where it starts. First touches. First goals. First big moments. Where confidence grows. Where skills get sharper. Where friends become teammates. And teammates become mates for life. Football Fives is fast, it's fun, and it's built for players who just want to play. More touches, more chances, more moments to try, learn, and go again. Here, every player is part of the game. Every pass matters. Every goal feels big. Whether you're starting out, building confidence, or just love being on the ball, Football Fives is your game. Football Fives. Play more, learn faster, love the game.
Welcome back to TK Shutter Reserve here, just a few kilometres north of Adelaide's Central Business District for the second half of this elimination final in the men's RA NPL here in South Australia. It is 2-0 at the break, 2 goals by Donati Niankou for MetroStars, putting them 2-0 up against Croydon FC. Fast, open and entertaining first 45. I'm David Grant. We've got another 45 to go. If Croydon can pull a couple of goals back and draw level, there is the potential for extra time and penalties. Of course, it is an elimination final, and as such, we need a winner tonight. But MetroStars have shown enough through that first 45 to suggest that that won't be required. I'm with Simon Jimenez. Simon, are you back after your break, or are you still away? Simon, you there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, good.
Yep, right where you left me. Looking forward to the second half. Just given the... Yeah, given what we saw, I guess what was really following that first goal came very early in just the 10th minute. It's been a pretty exciting game, and I think that's going to continue.
And here come MetroStars down the right-hand side. Niankou on his left, strikes it, it's blocked by Maport. Andrew Carl still has it though for MetroStars. Comes back, Arby Mollis can't quite get it under control, but they still have it, the home side. Now Noah Blajeka. He goes forward, he's looking for Niankou, breaks to Satir, he's chipped it up over the top. Carl brings it down. Chittadini on the far side now, right footed cross into the middle, met by Muller and cleared. No Blajeka now. I'm not sure if you can hear it, I'm sure you can, Simon, but I think everyone has got a drum here tonight. I've seen about 3 kids without one, that's about it.
Yeah, we're definitely hearing drums in stereo at the moment, but it's good.
Bit of atmosphere,
bit of extra atmosphere for the finals as well.
There's Arby Mollis now, inside to Niankou. Returns the pass, Mollis is sent on a run wide right, gets his cross back into the middle, it's missed by Gao. Oh dear, it's missed by Samuel Vizzi as well. That one goes into pitch 3 in the far side. MetroStars threatening though, aren't they?
Yeah, I was just thinking that's a pretty awful miss hit from Vizzy, but he was in unfamiliar territory up there. Just having a quick look at the notes, he hasn't found the back of the net so far this year, and I guess it's only really been since a little bit of the switch around the positional changes from Metro that he's been able to get up there all that way advanced up the pitch, but unsuccessful on that occasion.
Left-footed left back, finding himself up front on the right. So not a great mix for him. The former Brunswick City and Kingston City from Victoria player in his first season here with MetroStars in the beautiful state of South Australia, but he's got no regrets about moving over from Victoria. Just baiting a few people there with that one. Watch the comments come flying in. Here comes Andre Carl now outside the right boot. Here's Samuel Vizzy on a sprint down the left. He'll get this first. He just showed a little bit too much of it maybe to Freddie Miller. Now it's Ned Styles. It's been quite a battle between him and Hamish Gow, hasn't it?
It has. He was just so strong in that little dual Hamish Gow.
Cross into the middle. Kuru's underneath it, but now Passia John goes inside. Nice pass to Cato, but it's compressed space there, isn't it? MetroStars quick to close it down, and in transition quick to win it back. There's no Bajeka. Vizzy. Try and get past Ned Styles. Now Christian Satira back to Vizzy. Offside on the far side though, given against Christian Satira for his little run off the ball earlier.
Just noticed Lachlan Barr just limping away from a challenge a moment ago. I think he might have had his toe trod on or something. He's shaking it off, but I've seen him wince on a couple of occasions, so he's one to watch. Just a sock check that time. He seems okay.
Referee Regis Krivlik playing a little bit of advantage there. None to be had, and so Croydon get the free kick back in their own half. They've played it now. Ball in the port. Ian Curry can't get the ball off and finds Trimboli. Trimboli finds Styles, but it's intercepted by Vizzy. Cato. Clinic, that's a fine crossfield ball to the far side. Slattery back into the middle. Cato on his right. Trimboli kind of got in the middle of it, in the way of it.
Haven't seen Croydon too many times on the attack like that, but Slattery's just been really impressive for me on the left-hand side this year. Maybe one of the standouts as a out-and-out left winger. Beautiful job by Lucas Klimek to spot him through traffic and pick him out.
MetroStars clear the lines there. Balmer Paul will see this one back. You would think to his goalkeeper. No, he opts to give the ball away sort of thing. Here's Vissy now. There's Liam Curry into the middle. Satira picks it up. Gow on his left, his favoured left. He's put that well over the bar.
You can see from his reaction, I think he actually expected that one to find its way in the back of the net. It was right in, he received it right in the sort of place where he wants to. Had enough time to play onto the left from the release, but just a little bit high on that occasion.
Throw in for Croydon FC. Lucas Tronik with it. Down the line he goes. Pass it John, gets a head on. Trimboli. Plays it over to the far side. It's picked up by Oscar Slattery. There's an overlapping run, and James Pawley plays it into the middle. Trimboli. Slattery again. Martinello. Now ball in the port. Styles. Martinello. Trimbolli on the far side. Here's a chance for Croydon along the face of goal. Cleared by Vizzy though. Passia John was waiting to pounce. There Arby Mollis along the deck. Here's Andre Carl. He's got Paul Mapor on him. Mapor does well. Very good defending. And the final ball doesn't reach its intended destination in Donati Niankuru. And the attack breaks down, but some great defending there by Paul Mapor, who's got the ball now.
We're getting to that time of the game where we're probably going to see some substitution soon, and just a little bit of involvement from Andre Carlo moment there, but he did come off in the second half last week, so I'd imagine they might bring some fresh legs in for MetroStars up front. And there's a bit of movement on the bench for Croydon as well, but I might get back to that.
You keep your eye on that for me, Simon. That's why I've got you on board. You've got David Grant and Simon Jimenez here for this one here, this RA NPL South Australia knockout match. Currently MetroStars in control on the scoreboard, 2-0 to the good. 2 first half goals by Donati Niankuru in the 10th and the 29th minute. That separates the two sides at this point in time. Martinello now finds Trimbolli, who's dropped deep to collect, plays it out wide to that far side. Here's Slattery on his left, but MetroStars are back in numbers. They've got 6 or 7 players back behind the ball already, and Croydon only have 3 up there. And that one goes out, goal kick.
Just to go back to that thought about the benches, so Camo Doherty having a bit of a chat to the coaching staff, as is Luca Trimbolli, and for Metro I've just noticed Binyam Kabidi, Scott Nagel and also Thomas Visser just jogging to the side to warm up a little bit. I think they may just be joining the wider team actually for Metro. I imagine Croydon would probably look to make the change a little bit earlier, but it's still quite early days in this half.
There's Hamish going now on his left. Crossfield pass to Michael Cittadini on the far side. He's got Niankuru and Carl in the middle. Just beyond Carl, great goalkeeping though by Margush. He's out there quickly and collects. Bajeka gets his head to that, flicks it back to Barr. Barr goes long. Paul with that one. Styles has just caught the ball, I think, awkwardly as he went to head it.
Looks like we're going to see that change from Croydon now. Camadori's just been beckoned by George Sissona, so it looks like he will come on.
Cameron O'Doherty is a player who has played in the past for MetroStars. He'll come on in a moment. He's that substitution's actually been made. I'm very confused as to what's happening, Simon. It looks like the substitution's being made. Someone's going off. James Pauly's going off on the far side. That's what's happening.
I think the benches were a little bit confused as well. There was a bit of a three-way discussion happening between Christian Vidicchio, the fourthie, and the 2 benches, but that isn't a change that's making.
James Pauly leaves us on the far side, and he's replaced by Cameron O'Doherty.
And Van Dommel's just having a chat to the 4th official now. He wants to make sure that they don't end up getting the raw end of this drop ball, but it has favoured Croydon as Martinelli bumps it forward. Doesn't seem to be letting it go either at the moment, so he feels strongly about this.
A little discussion being had there down there. It's great that they've got 4 assistants that they can, or 4 referees they can have a go at. Normally they only have 3.
It's always handy when they're in close proximity as well.
I don't know if I'd like to be a 4th official, you know? The one that's right down there in amongst.
No, you're too close to the angry mob.
Well done, Christian Verdicchio.
It might not be a better man for the role of 4thie, to be perfectly honest.
Here comes the corner for Croydon. That 6-yard box is packed, and that's exactly where the ball goes. Mapaw's up for it, but doesn't make any contact, and it goes out. It will be a goal kick for MetroStars. Cody Ostrike to take. .58 minutes gone here in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. It is 2-0. 2 first half goals by Donati Nkuru for MetroStars, playing his 100th senior match. 24 games for MetroStars. As this ball comes into the middle, cleared by Gow, who's back well to defend. Pops it up into the air. Cameron Rodority underneath it. He takes a heavy knock and he goes to ground.
It's caught a bit of it, and the yellow card gets shown as well. He was caught in a little bit of a weird position because he was expecting the ball to bounce towards him, and it sort of bobbled straight up, and after he hesitated and came in, I think it was Jackson Fortunato coming the other way, and he definitely got the more painful end of that little collision.
Yellow card for Jackson Fortunato?
I believe it was.
And a free kick for the visitors over on that far side. Here comes the free kick now. Ned Styles over it, but it's taken by Adam Martinello, and he takes the throw in. Gow clears. Nearly hit the AI camera on the far side. That would have been a pity. And the ball stays on the roof. I'm not sure how they get that one back down. Throw in far side for the visitors. They need a goal to keep their RA NPL 2026 season alive. Well, they need 2 goals, but they need one soon. Moore puts that one back into the middle, picked up by Martinello. It ends up on this near side. And shot by Martinello. Might have been on target, but it was covered. Clinic with the throw right into the middle there. I think Oliver Tremboli's maybe judged to have fouled his opponent. And it's a free kick for the home side.
Don't want to speak too early, but just thinking about the actual outcome of this match rather than just this 90 itself. It hasn't been the easiest season for Croydon. I think overall the in-season form was much more solid last year. Looks at one point like they were going to finish in second on the ladder. They only just scraped through this time, but if they can't get these 2 goals back fast, they'll end their chances of going to back to back within 90.
Nkuru on the right-hand side now. Twists and turns like a 60s dancer.
I think judging from Cameron Doherty's aggressive defending there, we probably know what his brief was before he came on.
Styles gets a toe in there. It's inadvertently ended up with Andre Carl, who booted it forward to...
I think that's the sort of ball that's probably going to get him a bit of a hard time from Daniel Margush after the game.
Felt Carl maybe had a bit of time there to do something a bit more creative than that, but they won't mind. They are 2-0 up.
It's not another ball lost, is it?
Oh, another one on the roof.
I think someone might be finding a match ball in the car park. The last one's there, still nestled between the solar panels from what I can see.
Molas finds Donati Nkuru. He tries to receive it back. Styles now. Final ball not good enough. Barr intercepts. Blazeka plays it forward, but his ball's not good enough either. And Croydon have it back. Here's Ned Styles now. Ball Mapor, straight through the middle. Plays it out wide to Passia John. John on his right, faces Vizzy. Gets on his left. Vizzy blocks the cross well. Bart. And that one goes out.
I think it's fair to say they've won back the momentum of this game a little bit, Croydon.
I would agree with you, yep. Good point, Simon. Margush hasn't had much to do in the Croydon goal in this second half, and Ostrike's been called on a couple of times, and here's another one. Headed on by Passia John to the back post. Ostrike gets to it though. Ahead of Oscar Slattery.
And as much as we're praising the Nkuru in the first half as well, he hasn't had a terrible lot of impact in the second.
No, you're right. He's been quieter in the second, hasn't he? Maybe that's the ball supply from the midfield. Or just the fact that Croydon have just stifled that area a bit more than they did through that first 45. Here come Croydon again. Here's Luke Clinic. Passia John now on the right-hand side. Passia John now on his left. Adam Martinello switches the play to the far side. Picked up by O'Doherty. And it's Martinello. Muller. Clinic comes and collects. Plays it back out to the far side. Ball in the paw now. MetroStars all behind the ball now. They've got every single player behind the ball, camped back in their own third. Ned Styles. Blazeka reads it well and comes away with it now for MetroStars. He's chased back by Trimboli. Yellow card for Oliver Trimboli for that.
It's quite painful the way Blazek has gone to ground. He was on the break there, so starting to build up a little bit of speed. He was holding his left ankle a moment ago, and the trainer's been called on. He's getting helped up though, so it looks like he'll be fine. The trainer, instead of assessing him, he'll be dishing out the water bottles.
Not a bad job, that.
Water bottle duty.
Just handing out water bottles.
There's a specific job title for that in Australian rules footy. Do you know that?
No. Are you going to expand?
That's it.
Oh, right. Okay.
You run water.
Oh, right. Don't you take instructions out or something as well in that job?
Well, they do that too, but you make sure everyone's well hydrated, even though there's a lot of interchange.
His name Nkuru. He's been caught by Muller. Tell you what, I think Nkuru's a bit frustrated with that. He had a decent little run in there. Blocked. Now some more substitutions. Substitution should have been made. It's a singular.
A little bit surprised that it's Luca Trimboli coming on for Oscar Slattery, because when I saw Luca Trimboli get up, I assumed that it would have been him going on for Oliver, who just picked up the yellow card as well. And usually, as I like to call it, it's a straight Trimboli for Trimboli swap, but not in that case.
Luca goes up front to partner his brother.
The bench has just got some instructions to Oliver Trimboli there as well, but I'd imagine at this point he'll just be out and out trying to get some goals and a couple of Trimbolis on the pitch. Not a bad asset to have if you're doing that.
Here's Gow's free kick right into the edge of the 6-yard box. Lachlan Barr was the target, but it eluded him. And that one goes out. Goes out for a goal kick.
Still no movement from the MetroStars bench, but it is interesting just to wonder how they might respond to this. They've got Jesse Francesca on the bench making his return from injury. Noah McNamara is on there as well. Probably wouldn't predict at this point that Noah McNamara would come on, disrupt that back three that they've got at the moment.
We tick into the 68th minute now. 22 minutes left of, at this stage, Croydon's season. Unless they can pull 2 goals back and take us into extra time. They need 3 goals, obviously, to beat their opponents tonight. And as things stand, MetroStars will be playing West Torrens McCullough over 2 legs.
Correct.
For a spot in the final in 3 weeks' time.
Who they actually line up favourably against, given their in-season form. I believe it was a draw. Actually, you were on that game, weren't you? West Torrens McCullough and Metro. We'll come back to that.
Tramboli, yeah. Hold that thought for a moment. He's on his left. He's a long way out. Great stop again by Cody Ostreich. Football, I love you. Puts that one wide, but Croydon's still showing they have potential. They're not done and dusted yet.
Doing exactly what he came on to do, just produce an opportunity. Strike called into action, and they'll have another opportunity to create something off of this corner now.
And here comes that corner, left-footed. Styles, the back of the 6-yard box. Traboli's up, but can't direct the header on target. Balmapor will try and mop this one up. Finds O'Doherty, and they play it out wide to the right-hand side. Styles into the middle with his left. We shouldn't laugh, but Adam Martineau had a decent effort there. Couldn't make contact though, and MetroStars now defending for their lives. And now they're on the counter. Here's Arby Mollis. Oh, he just showed a little bit too much to Freddie Muller, but he still has it. Chittadini leaves it for Andre Carl. Andre Carl shoots and hits the side netting. No points.
Just after you said they were defending for their lives, all of a sudden they were rushing forward for their lives, and somehow 4 players all lined up for Metro, wanted to get a shot on. Carl decides to give it a crack himself, but goes into the side netting. Would have been an increasingly narrowing target with Marcus just shutting down that angle.
Ned Styles over the ball now. Gives it to Lucas Klimek. Receives it back. Chips to the far side. O'Doherty brings that one down. Passia John. Goes back out to the other side. That might be a bit heavy.
Mentioned just before we went to the break for the second half that we may see Passia John move around a little bit to change things up, and he's on that left-hand side now, so maybe that has been one of the catalysts to Croydon just switching up their approach and getting back some momentum.
Yuya Kato's had a quiet second half, but he popped up there. Here's Ned Styles now. Can't get the pass through to Oliver Tramboli, and Stars stretched at the back again. Now Carl, back to Satira. Oh, he tried to get that ball out to Vizzy on this far side, but they still have it. Andre Carl with another chance on the right-hand side. Great defending by Muller. He's back there well, and he's fouled, and he wins the free kick.
We saw a bit of a dash at a few times during the first half between Muller and Niankuru. In that instance, it was Muller who was second best with the pace, but he fared a little bit better against Andre Carl, and a man of his slightly more aged legs.
That was great. Well done. Slightly more aged legs. It's very good.
He's still younger than me.
That one goes out off Vizzy. Throw in for Croydon. Throw-in goes into the middle. Bajek is up there, wins his header. And then Wallace wins a header. And then Vizzy clears. Here's Andre Carl now. Ahead of Balmapor, who's got him in it. I'm not sure what that hold's called.
Just a bit of love and affection between a couple of former teammates.
Hands on hips, but not his own. And Freddie Muller. Muller again playing centre back. O'Doherty to the far side. Cassia John on his right, belts it. Cody Ostrike takes it though. Gow on a run. He's released Neil Kuru and into the middle. Andre Carr with just to keep it a beat. First touch takes him too wide though. But here's Satira on his left. What a stop by Margouche. And it might only be a temporary reprieve, but Margouche does just enough to keep Croydon in this.
Real scramble there, maybe a little bit heavy on the touch initially. Andre Carr, and the ball just got away from him. Satira came to quickly try and follow it up, and those Croydon players just making sure they could get between it. Still another chance from this corner though.
Gow with it on his left-hand side, on his left foot, should I say. Here it comes. Back post, Margouche is under it. Takes it nicely. Styles, rolled by Satira, near Kuru. Now it's Arby Mollis, referee plays advantage. Still Mollis, plays it out wide to the far side. Satira again, into the box he goes, back to Mollis. Now it's Gow, the momentum's lost, but they still have it. Near Kuru. Back to Chittadini, he crosses into the middle, Carl's underneath that one. Now Gow. Back to Vizzy, it's all MetroStars just now. 17 minutes remain. Gow plays in Vizzy. Vizzy chips in. Back post, Carl with a free header. Great stop by Margouche again.
Had a quick little flashback just then. Did that give you shades of the 2025 Grand Final?
Absolutely.
Delivery coming in from the left-hand side, and Carl just patiently waiting to direct it.
I've got to say, that was Gordon Banks-esque. Not that I'm a Gordon Banks fan by any means, but what a save that one was by Margouche.
Margouche has been so incredible this year. I really don't think Croydon would be where they finished on the ladder if it wasn't for some of his individual efforts. What a year he's had.
Substitution being made by Croydon. On comes number 20, Alexander Good. And Ned Styles has left on the far side, so Good on for Styles. 16 minutes to go. Daniel Margouche's two saves in the 72nd and 74th minute have kept Croydon in this. But time is becoming their enemy. Here comes that corner by Gow. It's very deep. It's headed back in by Barr. It's going to break to Satira here. He's popped it up. Gow takes it down on his left. Chips into the middle. Brzeka of all people were there. Back post. Margouche just sees that one out. Goal kick, that will be.
Satira really wanted to uncork on that one, but with Yu Kato just coming into frame behind it, had to be careful to make sure he wasn't going to connect with him and in turn get carded for it.
There is Kato. He's been a quieter player in this second half than he was through the first, but still they play on. First touch now for Good. He's back into the middle. Martinello. Martinello chips forward. Trimboli gives chase. Now Passia John looks for the space, gets the shot in, but it's well blocked by Chittadini. And now Christian Satira has it for the home side. They come away, they've got 4 in attack here. Arby Mollis has got 2 players up the back. He doesn't use them. He gives it to Chittadini. Onto his right, onto his left. Little chip maybe. No, Margouche is out again. What a game Margouche has had. Another save.
Really well judged by Freddie Muller as well. I think he probably judged it coming in that Chinazzini favours his right foot, and he got in the way when he switched it back to it. Then he had to try switch it again and denied him on that occasion.
Lachlan Barr to go. You feel if MetroStars did get a third goal at this point in time, it would be all over. Here's Carl right down the middle. First touch too heavy though. That one goes all the way through to Margouche. Martinello now for Croydon. Klimek goes long, he's looking down the line. That one's been popped up in the air. Christian Satir will bring this back down though. Martinello plays it forward. Finds Trimboli. He looks for Passia John on the far side, but the pass is short.
Here comes the substitution for MetroStars. Binyan Kabidi and Jesse Francesca will be coming on.
79th minute ticking over.
Mollis, a little bit of a shake of his head as he comes off, possibly thinking that he had a bit more to give. Andre Carl will be calling it a night as they both get applause from the crowd.
Jesse Francesca's return from injury is, we can't say complete because he didn't make the starting 11, but he's on his way. And Arby Mollis, who I felt had a very good game, also comes off.
To be fair, it's not the easiest starting 11 to break into.
I'd agree with that.
But I think Kabidi's going to be interesting with some fresh legs as well. We're seeing more of those balls come straight through the middle, especially as Croydon try to really pile it on and chase down this deficit. More of those long ones that the forwards are sprinting towards, just like here.
And Kabidi gives chase to that one, and Kabidi's just been a straight swap for Andre Carl's gone right up into the middle there. Here's Croydon trying to play out from the back, despite the MetroStars press, and Freddie Miller plays it up. Passia John leaves that when it's picked up by Oliver Trimboli on the far side. Lachlan Barr faces him when he gets his cross in. Loose ball. Cato wanted it more than the others. Final cross in though goes long and wide and out.
A personal effort to point out Noel Blazekra. I've been impressed with what he's been doing for Metro tonight. You talk about positions that are hard to break into. That centre-back pairing for Metro, usually it's McNamara and Fortunato, which I think Fortunato's had an incredible year. We know how solid Noel McNamara is. And then you got Lockie Barr that came into the side as well. Maybe they had such a bounty of options in centre-back that they decided to play the three. But I think both last week and this week, Blazek has been quite impressive.
Throw in on the far side, just in front of the club rooms for MetroStars. Into the 80th minute here at TK Shutter Reserve. Binyam Kabedi brings the ball down nicely. A little trip from behind, but the advantage was played until none was seen to be there. When they pulled it back, it will be a free kick for the home side.
So Scott Nagel and Tom Visser are just potentially warming up as well. So if I were a betting man, I think that's probably going to be the next change. And they're just getting some final instructions as well. So I think that will be happening momentarily.
Go. Races forward, chips into the 6-yard box. That's very trusting by Luke Klimek to leave it for Daniel Margouche. And
I mean, if you're going to trust anyone.
Well, yeah.
I did skip a beat there, though.
To be fair to them, they seemed quite unperturbed by it. Our hearts were in our mouths, but theirs weren't.
Well, it's not one of us in goals, so...
True. Don't know if I would trust you in the way that Klimek just trusted Margouche, but here come Croydon now up the right-hand side. Binyam Kaberi now brings it down. Faces Mapor. He doesn't really have much in the way of support, although Donati Niankuru has made his way forward now, but Mapor gets a toe in and indeed wins the throw.
I was just praising Noel Blazeka in that instance. It was a really nice ball to pick out. Kabedi did well.
Speaking of good ball, Clement takes it down. Satira gives him a little bit of attention. He releases his pass. Francesca now. He goes long. Niankuru is underneath it. Still on a hat-trick, Donati Niankuru, as he has been since the 29th minute. Scored in the 10th minute as well.
Well, the clock's ticking on that, though, because, as I said, Visser seems to be warming up, and I imagine he'll probably be the one to make way. I may have just willed that into existence by making that comment.
And those substitutions you mentioned will be made now. Scott Nagel and Thomas Visser will be coming on. Now, this is Scott Nagel's 400th senior game today. He's played 111 of them for MetroStars, so he has been here a long time. Previous clubs include West Torrens, Burculla, Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets, but Scott Nagel coming on for his 400th. That surely deserves a round of applause. Not that it's ringing out round where we are, but a big moment for him. And off comes Christian Satira and Michael Chittadini.
That's not what I expected at all, those two players making way. So, lucky I said I'm not a betting man earlier, but Nagel goes right on the receiving end of this corner.
And it comes into the middle. No takers yet in terms of bringing the ball under control and under possession, but Visser has it. Hustled by Klimek. Now it's ball Mapor. What have Croydon got for this last 8 minutes or so? Martinello now. Luca Trimboli. Yuya Kato now. Out to Passia John on the left-hand side. Makes his way down to the byline, gets the cross in low. Blocked by Jackson Fortunato though. Croydon have a throw in that far corner. Here it's Daniel Margush, Croydon's keeper. He goes long. Croydon strikers give chase. Ojeka clears. Straight to an opponent. No. Fergie Muller, the player who received that one. Here come Croydon again, but Fortunato clears. That looked tired, but it was effective. Now it's back with Daniel Margush. Martinello. Oliver Trimboli. JC Francesca did just enough to put him off, and Francesca has it back again. Now it's forward to Thomas Visser. Shot by Visser, great stop by Margush again, his third clinical save of the night. And then Hamish Gow puts that into car park 7.
Two of the more reliable left feet. But they both go wide. We mentioned Scott Nagel coming in his 400th. He's got a bit of another record, and maybe one that he might potentially break. It's a pretty unfortunate one in terms of grand finals lost. And I know it's something that MetroStars has said about is reversing that, and he's a player that you think would extra like to lift the big trophy at the end of this year.
And here is Nagel. He opts to go back this time to Fortunato now. Jesse Francesca. Space is opening up in the middle of the park there from Croydon's perspective, and Francesca receives it back from MetroStars. Plays it out to this near side. Thomas Visser picks it up. Now Visser makes his way to the edge of the D. Nice ball through. Kabiri can't quite get his toe on it. And Margush collects. Fortunato with the header. Now Passia John. It's not often you would pick the goalkeeper in a losing side, not that they've lost it yet, but to be your best on ground. But for me, Daniel Margouche has been right up there. He and Croydon's side and Donati Nkuru on MetroStars' side have been the two players that stood out for me, Simon. I'm not sure about you, but Ian Kuru's second half has certainly been quieter than his first, but Margouche has pulled off 3 or 4 saves in this second half alone that have really just kept Croydon in it.
It's funny that you mentioned that conundrum of picking the keeper of a losing team as your best on ground. I've been in that situation before this year when you hand in the best players and he's a name that sticks out. And I made the point before, I do get the feeling that, you know, if you had to pick out one player whose individual effort has made a difference, I think, you know, he could be ultimately the reason that Croydon end up finishing in the top 6.
He's been superb tonight, it has to be said. Not that Cody Ostrich hasn't had his moments, but, you know, to be in the team that's losing 2-0 and probably be, you know, among the best in your team, then says something, doesn't it? Here's Hamish Gow now for MetroStars on that far side. He won't fancy crossing with his right, so he'll pass it back. Kabiri gets a toe there, it's just enough. He's Vizzy from distance. Doesn't fancy it, but does fancy Visser, so to speak. Gow strikes. Blocked. Neil Nkuru on a hat-trick. Can't get the shot past Martinelli, but Vizzy will have a crack. Blocked by Klimek. Cameron O'Doherty clears for the visitors. Now Passia John. Everyone goes out. A big cheer from the bench for the fight that's in this. As we go to the 89th minute.
Smiles all round on the MetroStars bench at the moment. They're liking what they're seeing in the late stages. Meanwhile, the Croydon bench just on the edge of their seats at the moment, just hoping that Croydon can get a couple back.
Klimek with the throw into the middle. Mapor can't direct the header. Now Thomas Visser comes away with it. MetroStars are 3v2 here. Visser with the outside of his left foot finds Neil Nkuru. Kabiri makes himself available and runs onto the ball here. Margouche won't get there first. Kabiri does. Into the middle it goes. Croydon are back in numbers. They do just enough, and Cameron O'Doherty clears for the visitors. It remains 2-0.
Just waiting to see the signboard come up because we're just about to tick over to 90.
Busy with the throw in. Finds Visser. Still busy with it. Ball goes out. Throw in for MetroStars. Kabiri with his back to his opponent makes his way at the box, gets the shot in. I think Margouche knew it was going wide, but still had to make sure it was covered.
Seemed like a bit of a half dive by his stands. I think you're exactly right. I think he knew that was going to go wide, but just made sure. Didn't want to leave it completely up to chance.
Fortunato judged to foul all over Trimboli there as they both went in the air for the header. Free kick for Croydon. Martinelli takes it. Passia John now in the far side. Into the middle, that one goes. Nice take by Trimboli, but the pace deceived him. And that one goes out. It will be a goal kick.
Just trying to find out how much time will be added, and I did just hear 120 played. We're thinking it may be 5 minutes, which probably sounds like it's going to be in the neighbourhood.
Well, if Croydon can get the next one in the next minute, the last few minutes would be interesting.
Well, the winner came in the 94th at the end of the grand final last year.
There's Kaberi down the left-hand side. Klimek just holds him. Oh, what a challenge, what a tackle there by Luke Klimek. And he wins the free kick. No one wears the Mermaid of Warsaw more proudly on their chest than Lucas Klimek. He's won that one again. He's still got fight in him, hasn't he? Trimboli back inside. Martinello back to Klimek. It's away. Free kick for the visitors. They've taken it about 20 yards away from the defence took place, and the referee was just respectfully asked that they go back to the spot where the defence took place. Margush takes it.
Thought we were going to be up at the halfway line by the time they sent that kick.
They get awful excited about that sort of stuff, don't they? Not sure what Francesca's target was there. Maybe Binyam Kaberi, but the pass was too long.
I think he'll probably be content with the fact that that's one for Croydon to retrieve, and maybe eating up another 10 seconds or so. At this point, seems that they will see this 2-0 lead through to full time.
We are into the 94th minute here in the HPG Homes. It's HPG Homes. What am I talking about?
Close.
Well, I've been to too many games this season. Into the 94th minute here in this men's RA NPL South Australia tie. It's elimination final. Week 1 of finals in the RA NPL here. The ball goes forward into the middle. It goes out off bar. Croydon do have a corner. Passia John, edge of the box. Francesca and Gau force him back, but they do find a bit of space on the left-hand side. Cross comes into the middle. Lajeka gets his head to it. Passia John shoots with the left. It's a good strike, but straight at Cody strike. And with that, referee Regis Quiffelite blows his whistle for full time. It has finished 2-0 here. 2 first-half goals by Donati and Ian Kuru for MetroStars have made the result go in the home side's favour, Simon.
It does seem like they've reversed the recent fortunes, MetroStars, and the fact that they seem to be losing these big games to Croydon, because it's a huge game for them tonight. Must win, given their third position on the table. And they've secured their 2-legged semi-final berth against West Torrens McCullough. I can tell you, I don't want to look too far ahead because we've obviously still got this game to wrap, but a 3-1 win at home against Berks and a 0-0 draw away. So they'll be fancying themselves against Berks. Metro?
Yep, I mean, anything can happen, but those finals games are over 2 legs. That's the difference, I suppose, between this week and next week. These teams that have got through this week do play a home and away 2-legged semi-final, so maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less pressure off them in terms of it being a one-off game where everything's on the line, and that is what happens in the second game. But the first game might be a wee bit more cautious. Croydon, I mean, when they coming into this, they hadn't won any of the last 5 games. They had 2 losses against MetroStars and FK Belgrade, and 3 draws against Adelaide City, Campbelltown, and Sturt. So the form coming into this wasn't really that great. But they were one of these teams that we thought maybe, a sort of cup knockout elimination kind of game was their kind of forte. It's not been that way though for them tonight, and they do go down and they do go out of the RA NPL South Australia for 2026.
I think it was really that early domination that we saw from Metro, in particular Donny Niankuru. Just took 10 minutes for them to get in front, and they really controlled the game all the way to half-time. So I think things changed in the second half, but it was just a little bit too much for Croydon to pursue, but they fall short, and their campaign to try and make it back-to-back goes to a premature end.
Before we go, Simon, I must tell you, no skills, no worries. That's you, isn't it? No skills, no worries. No time to train. That is you, isn't it? This is you all over. No need. 5-a-side soccer has a smaller field, smaller goals, quick 20-minute halves and unlimited subs, so it's great for all fitness levels. Perfect for friends, family and kids. It's fast, fun football for everyone. So spend your summer nights under lights. It's proudly powered by 5AA, always Adelaide. Registrations are open at www.footballsa.com.au. Football 5s. Look at the Football South Australia website for more details for that. And also a reminder that applications are open for the Football SA Variety Football Scholarship Programme, delivered in partnership with Variety SA. Round 1 applications close on the 30th of September 2026. And to learn more or apply, visit the Football South Australia website. As we see Scott Nagle lifted off the park at the conclusion of his 400th senior match here at TK Shutter Reserve, where it's finished 2-0 for MetroStars, courtesy of 2 first-half goals from Donati, Ni and Kuru. And with that, we'll bring it to a close.
We will. It's been an entertaining match, and looking forward to seeing what happens with these games next week. Of course, as we said, Berks, Metro, Adelaide City against Playford. Bring it on.
Till next time.